Hey everyone, in today's session I want to go over how to make a planning page in Notion. So let's get it planning and let's dive into it. And first I want to write down all the tasks that you want to do today. So for instance here you type slash and then you can access the to-do functionality of Notion. So task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, etc. And then what is also useful is to prioritize the task based on importance. So you can make a legend of priority and then you can divide it into high, medium, and low priority tasks. And you can also color code this by saying, hey, all the high priority tasks, I want to set that to a color red. And I want to set all the medium color or all the medium priority tasks to the color yellow, and then I want to set the low priority task to the color blue. And then for instance you can say here yeah, like get groceries. You can set that here to a priority, a low, by coloring it blue. And here you can have a quick overview of your task for today and also the priority. And then the next step, what you want to do is like connect the task to a time that you want to do it on. So basically collect the timeline for today. And how I normally do that is you can create a daily planning, and then you type slash again and you type toggle. And here you can basically make a planning of today, and you can divide the day into into sections. So for instance, we can divide the day into 2 hour work sessions, so from 6 to 8, um, 8 to 10, 10 to 11, or 10 to 12. I mean, 12 to 14, and then from 2 to 4, and 4 to 6, and 6 to 8. You end the day from 8 till 10. And then to keep it organized, I want to group this and put this basically next to your task that you have written down. So you can select everything and then you can drag it over here next to the to-do section. So make sure to do it over here, and then you have it over here. And then you see that this part goes underneath the to-do section, but that's not what you want. You want to have it next to it. So you select everything over here, and then you put it under to-do. What you can do is if you type the space button or this thing 3 times, then you can make a horizontal bar to go to the next section. And what you can also do is you can use headers to make some sections stand out a bit more. So you can type slash h and then header 3, and then you can say today. You can do the same for here. So you can say, hey, slash header 3 daily planning. And then another nice functionality that you can access is, for instance, you can type aware slash and then call out. And here you can really make your writing stand out. And then you can, can for instance, put your intention of today, your main task, or a quote, like just do it over here. And then you do this every day. All right, let's continue. In the next section, I want to create a habit planner, or have a habit tracker actually. So slash database inline, and here I want to create the day, and then here I can access, let's first give it a name, habit tracker, and then I want to create and edit properties. And here in the properties, I want to select date, and then let's call it date. And then over here, I want to create boxes, like over here, we can say um, journaling, can say, for instance, we can say exercise also a, with a checkbox. Let's see, where is it? Checkbox. So whether you've exercised today, uh, also important to, for instance, drink your water. So over here, checkbox and water. And in this way, basically, you can set, for instance, day of the week, day of the week, and then you can set the date. So now I'm creating this as Sunday, and then you can hold, and then you create like an entire tracking system of your habits. So whether you journaled, etc., exercised, whether you drink enough water, and it's really open to your own preferences, what you want to track, of course. But in this way, you can give you can give yourself a nice overview of the most important habits that you want to track. And I think that's also important to track on a daily basis. What you can then also do is create another habit tracking section over here. So you create a new view, but then you call it, for instance, your weekly habits. And here you change it up again. And for instance, your weekly habits are the same, or you say, I want to do my finance. So for instance, again, you say text, checkbox, and then every week on a Sunday, you want to check your finances, for instance, like this, and then it gets added. So that's how you can track your week, how you to build like a very simple habit tracker, but I think useful to give insight into your habits and improve yourself. Then in the next section, I want to make a weekly planning. And to do this, I also want to make use of a sort of plugin, which is called Widgetbox, Notion Widgetbox. This is a free website where you can get your own plugins, your own widgets. So what I want to do is, for your weekly planning, I want to also add a calendar. So over here, already in the widgets section, you can click on Create. It's all free, and then here you can customize your calendar, and then in the end embed it into your own Notion page. So for instance, you can change the background color to white or blue or red, or it doesn't really matter. For instance, I will do this. I like it how it is right now. And then over here you can copy this URL, and you go back here, and then you type slash, and then you go to image. So over here you embed a link. So first you type the image, and then you embed a link, and then I embed basically the image. And yes, and now here you have it, and you can make it smaller just like you want, and there you have it. All right, and now you have the days and the months and the whole calendar over here. And then you want to add the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday. And then over here, I want to use the toggle functionality again. Um, and what I also want to do is, over here, I want to create a header first. Header is weekly planning. And within the weekly planning, I also want to create a section with the toggle with weekly goals. So then, for instance, you can add like one of your goals over here, like get more fit, or go to the gym, like go to the gym 3 times. And then I want to create or fill in the days and how I want to structure that. is by most important, scheduled, some growth activities, so some reflection and extra. So also again, I want to structure it with the toggles. So most important task, then the scheduled task. So for instance, a dentist appointment, growth, and here I want to put something like tasks like reflection, journaling, etc. Basically tasks that you want to do each day to improve yourself, and then extra. And again, you can, for instance, create a to-do list over here, and then over here as well. And then you can go over here, dentist, and for instance, over here you can do, um, you can leave, for instance, like read 10 minutes of a book. And basically, what you do here is you copy all these over to all the other pages. So let's copy one. Let's do it again, and then create empty toggles. So there we say most important, say scheduled, we set broad, and we set extra activities. And then we can copy this over to everyone every day of the week. And then Saturday and Sunday. And then what we do, again, we do a similar exercise is where we put all these sections next to the ones that we already had. So over here, I want to have Monday. Oh, and again, you select everything. Then over here, Wednesday, you can put Wednesday over here. Okay, let's continue. I actually want to put this Wednesday next to the Tuesday over here. Yeah, then this box gets a little bit smaller, but that is in theory fine. Over here. What I also want to do is I want to create a heading where I want to create the week. So now it's basically week 2, and then it's like 7 till 13 January, for instance, or actually tomorrow it's 14 till or 8 till 13 January, Monday 8 till 13 January. And then I want to put all the sections underneath over here. Oh, let's put this over here and put Friday over here. Now this gets harder with all these subsections. So let's not do it like this. So what I want to do is I want to group this, but then differently. I want to group it like this. So first I will group it over here, and then I will later add everything. And then on Sunday I want to change it actually. So on Sunday and actually on Saturday as well, because it's the weekend. Let's call it to do and scheduled and extra, or like we can go to do extra, and then on Sunday I want to call it reflection, important, and next week. So those are tasks that I want to put in next week as well. Then over here, edit over here, and then we select everything and put it a bit more up. Let's see how this looks. Oh, that's not gonna work out. Like this. And then what we can do is, for instance, we can change the color over here, orange, and this is yellow. And just give it another color so that it pops out a bit more. Green, Thursday, blue, and then purple, pink, and Sunday. We can do the last color, red. So then you have a quick overview of all your most important tasks, and you can add the to-do here's. Um, and that is this section. This concludes this section over here. And what you actually also can do is you can write down your win of the week. So I have some reflection. So what we can do is add here, add a three reflection, win, learning, and memory of the week. And then you can basically put that, you can create a page slash page, and then you can create an archive. So later you can group it and then put it over here, archive. Hey everyone, I continued doing some work and I watched some more YouTube videos and got more inspiration. And now I want to present the final version of my planning page. So we start with the intention, and here you can, for instance, set a quote or the most important task that you want to finish that day. And then on the next section, you have all the tasks. Here you can make a list of all your tasks that you want to finish, and then you can assign a color to this task, and this will identify the priority. And then on the right side, you actually can put the task inside the specific time slot that you want to work on it. And these are all toggles, so you can open the toggle and then move one of the tasks to the time slot. So then the next section is a habit tracker. Here you can track all your habits that you want to do on a daily basis, or on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis, or even on a yearly basis. So over here you can see the daily habits and then the date of today, and then you can basically tick off whether you did it today or not. So whether you journaled, exercised, meditated, and on here we also have a progress bar. Um, you can also add your own habits, but be sure to also change the formula. You can change the formula when you go inside here, inside the column. And then on the right side, I added a widget, and this widget changes constantly with quotes. So it shows you a quote to get you some inspiration. And then the following section is the weekly planner. So in the weekly planner here, you can change the week. So now we are on week 2, and we are starting next week in week 2 of 2024. And this one goes from 8 till 13 January. So you can see it here with the calendar. There's also a widget that I embedded into this page. And if you see this toggle, then you can see the weekly goals. You can set a weekly goal for your work or personal, and you can also make more categories. And then for each day of the week or each work day of the week, I have the same setup. So we start with listing the most important tasks. Then you have all the scheduled tasks. So here you can think of like going to the dentist. And here I have a section called growth. So this is really to grow yourself, to seek discomfort. This can be reading a book. This can be doing an exercise, going for a run, etc. Everything that moves you forward in life. And then for extras are other tasks that you want to do or that you will do in that day, but cannot be easily categorized in any of the previous categories. And then for the weekend, we have also most important scheduled, etc. And only on Sunday we divert a little bit from the normal setup. And here we have to do scheduled and also the weekly reflection. And the weekly reflection is basically this task over here. So here I want to reflect on what did I learn this week, what was my big win, and what is one memory. And then you can basically, after you're done with this, you can select it and archive it over here, and then you can make a new entry. Also important to note here is you can see that that you can set a theme for each day. So this might be useful as well. You can set, for instance, on Monday I want to work on sales, on Tuesday I want to work on my health, or and on Wednesday I want to work on marketing. I think that's a nice way to basically categorize your day as well, and give and to have one focus point. And then in the last part, or we see the do the essentials. So these are a task that you can yeah, that you can categorize as well. So here you can basically add tasks that are not immediately in the next week, etc. But you can categorize them by work, by quick admin things that you need to do, personal task, etc. And you can add more, yeah, more tasks as well. For each task, you can basically set some properties. You can set a due date, whether it's done or not, or whether you want to do it later. And you can also set a priority. And then there is a new view. There, here you can see all the high priority tasks. Let's show it over here. And here it's basically sorted on priority, on area, so on work, and whether it's done or not. And here you can see all the tasks where yeah, that are set on later. And also the best way to work with this is, okay, you have a task that you want to do and it's important, so it's next, says you can pick it up next, and you can either look into the priority task, or you can just see it over here and drag it to important to next. And then if you want to plan your coming week, then make sure to also include these tasks as well. And then it's also good to zoom out a little bit. So I made a section on quarterly goals as well. I also created yearly goals, but I think quarterly goals are might be better because they are more focused. And over here you can put your quarterly goals in this page. I think it's good to set only 3 goals, or you can make a bit more, but it's good to focus. And also you divide these quarterly goals up into action points. And I think that basically summarizes my whole planning page, and I will make it available as well for everyone to duplicate.